And how long have you had the children with you?
Since October of 2022.
I believe you've told the court you want no overnights, correct?
Yes.
However, due to my circumstance, I'm currently, again, 7 months pregnant.
Renee Overstreet for Destiny Taylor.
And Ms. Warren,
Mary Ann Warren, Assistant Attorney General for the state of Texas.
you may proceed with your partial agreement.
Okay, Judge, we have agreements on everything except for conservatorship, and that means joint with father having exclusive right to designate residence or sole managing conservator. And visitation is also contested. So with that, I would, if I may announce the agreed proposal first and take testimony. The agreement is the parties agree for there to be a non-disclosure of mother's information against a third party, and that would be Ms. Taylor's mother. The parties agree that Ms. Taylor will pay child support based on minimum wage in the amount of $289 beginning May 1st, 2024. The parties agree that father will maintain health insurance and dental insurance through his employer, but will waive any request for reimbursement. So 0 reimbursement for health insurance and 0 reimbursement for dental insurance. The parties agree that retroactive child support will be 0 as of today's date. Retroactive medical support will be 0 as of today's date. Retroactive dental support will be 0 as of today's date, and court fees will be due by Ms. Taylor by June 17th, 2024 as billed. Okay, with that, I will call Mitchell Jackson. And are you the father of the 2 children, the subject of this suit? And that would be Hazel Taylor Jackson and Mitchell Dwayne Jackson Jr.
Yes.
And did you and Ms. Taylor, Ms. Destiny Monique Taylor, both sign an acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes.
Okay, has there been family violence between you and Ms. Taylor?
Is that contested?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just went to the next question there. Did you hear the terms of the proposed agreed order announced to the court?
Yes.
Is that your agreement? The part that I announced, was that your agreement?
Yes.
Do you believe that's in the child's best interest?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness. Ms.
Counsel,
Overstreet?
any questions only on the agreed portion?
No, we don't have any questions on the agreed portion, and that is our understanding of the agreement.
Okay, Ms. Warren.
So I'll call Destiny Taylor. Please state your name, ma'am.
Destiny Taylor.
And is it correct that you and Mr. Jackson signed acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes.
Have you been married to anyone?
No.
Is there any way anyone else could be the father of these 2 children?
No.
Did you hear the terms of the proposed agreed order as I announced to the court?
Yes.
Is that your agreement?
Yes.
Do you believe that's in your child's best interest?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Do you believe the agreement is in your children's best interest?
Yes.
Okay, I will pass the witness.
Counsel, any questions on the agreement?
No questions about the agreement. Thank you, Your Honor.
Court accepts the partial agreement. Now you can proceed on the contested issues.
Okay, I will call Mitchell Jackson again for the contested issue. Mr. Jackson, what kind of conservatorship are you requesting from the court today?
We start with family violence. Sir, has there ever been any family violence at all between you and the mother?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so with that, what type of conservatorship are you requesting?
I'm requesting every other weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
You're the custodial parent.
Yes.
So that's your request regarding mother's visitation. Okay,
yes.
Go ahead, counsel.
Okay, I just want to clarify something, Mr. Jackson. Are you wanting those weekends? You said Saturday and Sunday, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I believe I'd asked you about conservatorship though, and we were talking about is joint managing conservator versus sole managing conservator.
Oh, yeah, just so.
And do you understand what sole managing conservatorship is?
Yes.
And in your mind, what does that mean?
Make decisions on regarding medical, school.
Okay, and why are you requesting sole and that you would not want mother to have any of those rights? Why are you requesting that, sir?
I don't think it's the best interest in the kids for her to make those decisions, judging by what happened previously in the past.
What has happened previously in the past?
Son has gone to the hospital about 8 different times just by his asthma. And just last Sunday, I had to pick him up early because he was wheezing.
Okay, so it's primarily because of medical decisions?
Are you saying that she is what's causing the child has asthma?
Yes, and when that happens, he has to get on the machine, and that's not. I don't think that's been understood on her end.
Okay, so you're saying she's not treating the asthma and it exacerbates and you're having to take the child to the doctor or the hospital?
Yes,
Okay. How did the children come to live with you?
because she wanted to. She felt like it was too much for her at the time, so she ended up going to California, and I told her, I agree, that the kids should be with me all the time, full time.
And how long have you had the children with you?
Since October of 2022.
And does mom see the children on a regular basis?
No,
Does she ever keep them overnight?
no.
She's never kept the children overnight since October 2022?
It was last year. I think the last month I would say probably was November when she was living with her mother.
Has she asked to keep them overnight and you've denied it?
Yes,
So she's asked, but you've denied it?
yes.
And tell me specifically why you've denied that.
In the past, when she first moved to her own place, she had moved with a guy. I didn't know him at the time, so and not only that, before that, didn't really trust. I didn't really trust her in terms of my son's his health condition. So I told her we gonna take it time by time, and I have to meet your boyfriend if they're gonna be over there overnight. And then we just agreed that they're gonna start going over there overnight. They're gonna start spending night overnight. And my daughter just told me the other day that it's another roommate that stays with her. I didn't know nothing about that. So
How old
now,
are the children?
Hmm.
How old are the children?
Oh, my daughter is 7. My son is 4.
And does the boyfriend still live there?
Yes.
Okay, and same question is going to be asked of her. Do you know if any other children live there other than the roommate and the boyfriend?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, Miss Warren.
So Mr. Jackson, you were trying to say your proposal first, and I believe you said Tuesdays, every week from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Is that correct? Did I hear you say that? Can you hear me, Mr. Jackson?
I think it's something wrong with the connection.
Okay, so as far as the 1 day a week during the school year, you both have agreed to Tuesday from 6 to 8, correct?
Yes.
Instead of Thursdays.
Yes.
Okay, but you I believe you've told the court you want no overnights, correct?
Yes.
And first, third, and fifth weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Now you said 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Did you mean 6 a.m. or a later time?
It can be it could be later than that. It could be 6 a.m. or 8 a.m., whichever works best for her.
Okay. And you wanted this
And I
to,
apologize. I didn't ask how much time did you need, and I'm gonna ask Ms. Overstreet. How much time do you need, counsel? For you?
I think we had said it could take 30 minutes, but I don't know how much time we've used so far.
And Ms. Warren?
that's what we had talked about in the breakout, that we would ask for a maximum of 30 minutes.
Okay. So I'm gonna set it for 20 minutes at this point.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So anyway, Mr. Jackson, I'm just trying to make it clear what you're asking for, and you're asking that to continue without holidays or large summer, just that first, third, fifth weekends, daytime visits.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, I will pass the witness and let Ms. Overstreet.
Okay, counsel.
Mr. Jackson, you said that that the hospital, you talked about your son going to the hospital for asthma. That was 2 years ago, isn't that correct?
Yeah, so the last time that he had to go to the hospital, a few days later, that's when she went and left. So yes, that's when she was having them.
That was back in 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And recently when you picked him up early for the wheezing, did he have to go to the hospital?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay. And is it your testimony that he never has asthma problems when he's with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
He has asthma, but he never has to go to the hospital with me.
okay. Okay. Well, if he got severe enough, you would take him to the hospital, right?
Yes, but that
Okay.
only happens when you don't put the.
I just need you to answer the question, not give any commentary at this time. I'm sorry. Objection as to after no. So you talked about a machine. Does Miss Taylor have a machine, the asthma machine?
No, every time he goes with her, he has a machine with him.
Okay, you give her the machine. Okay, has she been able to talk to the doctors about how to use the machine?
It's been explained to her when she took him to the hospital 2 years ago.
Okay,
And,
okay.
yes.
Okay, so she knows how to use the machine. And the time, so you have denied overnight visits to Miss Taylor since October 2022?
Oh, ma'am. When I was telling the judge, I told her the last time that there was overnight with Destiny, it was November of last year when she was living with her mother.
November 2023. Before November 2023, did you ever deny Destiny overnight visits with the children?
No, I don't believe so, because she was staying with her mother.
And since November 2023, have you denied Destiny overnight visits with the children? Yes or no?
Say yes.
Yes, you have. Okay, pass the witness.
No further questions. I'll call Ms. Taylor. Ms. Taylor, what kind of conservatorship are you requesting the court give you today?
Family violence. Has there ever been any family
Okay.
violence between you and the father ever, ma'am?
No, ma'am, there hasn't.
Okay. Now, what type of conservatorship are you requesting?
Yeah, what kind of conservatorship are you requesting?
Joint conservatorship.
Okay, has your youngest child suffered from asthma?
Yes, he does.
Has he been in the hospital several times?
Yes,
And do you know how to take care of his asthma?
I do. The time is mentioned prior 2 years ago when he was having frequent visits to the ER. At the time, I was living with my mother, which we discovered she had a mold infestation. So the mold was what was triggering his asthma. Anytime he went with his father in the separate residence, he did not have that issue. So I was doing everything in my capability, nebulizer, inhalers, visits. But
Okay, where are you living currently? What kind of
currently I live in my own residence in an apartment.
an apartment? How many bedrooms?
Yeah.
How many
It's
bedrooms?
a 2-bedroom. 2-bedroom.
Who lives in each of the bedrooms?
My partner and I occupy one room, and my roommate occupies the other at the moment.
Male, females?
The roommate is a female.
Okay,
So
and your partner?
24-year-old female.
Wait.
Yes, my partner is a male.
Okay. And are there any criminal concerns or anything that would be a legitimate concern with your partner?
No,
Are there any legitimate concerns with your roommates?
no.
How many beds are in that apartment?
I have 4 beds. I have two of the beds are inflatable.
Okay, other than inflatable beds, how many permanent beds are in your house?
Inflatable beds or inflatable mattresses?
Mattress, like an air mattress.
So when
Inflatable
they
mattress.
come, they would be on an air mattress.
Yes.
And where would that be in?
I have a study area in my living room. I do have room in my room. We have room for 2 beds in my actual bedroom, the master bedroom. So we wouldn't be co-sleeping, but I do have the room and space. I'm moving in 2 months. I'm 2 months from my lease ending. So we're in the process of really getting things together as far as moving into our next residence. Prior to me getting a roommate, I had my second bedroom that was available for my children. I also had a bed, a permanent bed in there for them. Upon requesting
Ms.
for,
Taylor, hold up. This a narrative. She's gonna ask questions. Go ahead, Ms. Warren.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about the time you would want visitation to begin, and did you want when school is out and school begins, or would you want your visitation to begin and end at 6 p.m.?
I'm sorry, you said when school begins and ends. At the moment, no. My only visitation request would be for the agreeable Tuesday 6 to 8 and the weekend. So from Friday evening to Sunday evening before they return back to school on Monday.
At 6 p.m.?
Yes.
So you would want the 6 p.m. option in the standard possession order, is that correct?
Correct.
So are you wanting standard possession to start now or in the future?
I would like standard possession to start next month.
Not be in April, but start in May?
Yes. So agreeably, prior to court today, me and Mitchell had agreed to what we have been doing. They come every other weekend during the day on Saturday, and I want to continue that through April. But come May, I would like the standard agreement.
Okay.
Visitation.
So presently you have daytime visits.
Yes, I have about 3 to 4 hours during the daytime on Saturdays.
Okay.
Every other weekend.
10 minutes. Next question, Ms. Warren.
Okay, I will pass the witness.
And if the judge started the standard possession schedule in May, are you wanting it to start May 1st? Or I'm sorry, the first Friday in May, which is the 3rd of May, or are you wanting it to start May 17th, which is the 3rd Friday in May?
The first.
Okay.
May.
Okay, May 1st, okay. And then are you wanting the standard summer schedule to start as well, which would be, you would basically get the whole month of July?
Yes, however, due to my circumstance, I'm currently, again, 7 months pregnant, and I'm also moving. My lease is up in July, so I'll be birthing my new child, and I'll also be moving during the month of July, early July. And yes, I would like to have that agreement. I just would like to put that on notice.
When's the baby due?
There's a lot. July 15th.
Okay.
My lease is up July 14th.
Well, would it be better for you then to do something like either a week on, week off schedule in July, or keep the standard weekend schedule for July?
Can you elaborate what's week on, week off? That's just every other weekend? Or every other week?
Every other week. You get a week, he gets a week in the summer.
Oh, yes. Yes, that would probably be more ideal for this year, for this July.
And then next year start and then after that it'd be just the standard schedule. So let me reiterate, you're saying that for this year you want to do kind of a step up to standard, and in the summer you want the judge to order something that's either a week on, week off, or keep the first, third, and fifth weekend through the summer. Is that right?
Correct.
And then for the other holidays, you just want the standard holidays. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I think I covered, and as far as joint managing conservatorship, you're asking for joint managing conservatorship because you want to do your part in parenting and helping make decisions for the children, correct?
Of course.
Okay.
Children need both of their parents.
Okay, and back in the past, whenever you had left, you and Mitchell agreed that he would keep the children when you went to California. Is that because you were dealing with some health issues back then?
Yes. At the time I was living with my mother, who was very abusive, verbally abusive and mentally abusive, and I was going through a state of.
One second, the person that's putting things in the chat, don't put anything in the chat. It's for court use. So no commentary in the chat. Go ahead, counsel.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I saw that. So you dealt with those health issues back then, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and you are here. You are doing your best to get stabilized here. And you said you were
Yes.
moving in July, and that's going to be a move with you and your partner, correct?
Correct. Just me and my partner. We have a temporary short lease roommate for until our lease is up. But no, we will not be moving with our roommate. Just me and my partner.
Okay, and your partner is the father of your baby, correct? The baby you're pregnant with, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Counsel, I would also like to mention
No, Ms. Taylor, she's gonna ask you questions. It's not open-ended where you can just say whatever you would like. Any other questions, Ms. Overstreet?
Let me make sure I went through the list about okay, you said okay, you already talked about the asthma machine and everything. Okay, and if the court will allow, is there anything else that you want the court to know in making a decision today?
Yes, prior to me agreeing, making the arrangement, before I mentioned that, Mr. Jackson and came to me with a proposal that these were I'll paraphrase, but this was his concern, that he saw that I had a lot going on mentally, and he would like to take the burden and keep the children until I'm able to get in a more stable position. This is prior to me agreeing, before even mentioning
Destiny, let me cut you off. The court is not really able to talk about previous negotiations. So what we want to do is present to the court where you are now, what are your plans going forward? And so if there's anything to that point, so that the court can know what's going on now, so that the judge can make an order that's in the best interest of the children.
Okay, well, I'll leave it at that. I just wanted to mention that I know this is prior, but I never was able to really express that. I created an affidavit upon me leaving, once I return back to my children, that we would be able to agree to joint custodialship, that Mitchell would not have sole custody over them, and Mitchell refused to sign that affidavit. So
okay,
I have put in.
Taylor, this is my question for you. This next place that you're going to live, how many bedrooms will it be?
It's gonna be a 3-bedroom.
And you've already signed that lease?
No, I have not signed the lease yet.
Okay, here's the ruling of the court. No family violence, joint managing conservatorship. We're gonna do this as a temp order, come back on August 21st. No overnight visits as of this time. When you come back, I wanna see what you got set up for the children to have a place to stay if I allow the standard visitation. Now, right now for visitation, it'll be first, third, and fifth Saturdays and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. until we come back. On Mother's Day, let's make sure that she has the children from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Mother's Day. That's the order of the court. Am I missing anything else? We can revisit visitation when we come back on August 21st, and you give an update on where you're living, how many bedrooms, what's set up, plus the kids are gonna tell dad what's set up. Okay?
What time did you say for August 21st, Your Honor?
For Mother's Day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The other visitations are the first, third, and fifth Saturdays and Sundays from 12 to 6 p.m.
She's asking about the next court date, August 21st.
Oh, I'm sorry, August 21st. I apologize.
At 9 a.m. She's asking the
9 a.m.
time.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You guys are free to go. Have a great day.
Thanks, Judge.
I'm gonna disable the chat. It's not for commentary. Ms. Howard, don't send me any direct messages. Everyone else, do not put any messages in the chat. It is not for your use at all.